Hi everyone, I'm Daphney and I own a company called Fern Connections. Someone recently asked me a question and the question was, do Black women pay for matchmaking services, right? Now, y'all know I can't speak to all Black women because I mostly work with people who are, part of the LGBTQ plus community when it comes to matchmaking, right? So I said, you know what, let me do a little bit of research. Let me find out more about this for myself. So now, when I was doing some research, what I found, and this is not specific to just Black women or queer women, right? What I found is that almost 50% of Black adults are single, right? In the US, that's a huge number, almost 50%. And then I thought, okay, so let me take this a little bit further. And so I decided, what does that mean for the LGBTQ plus community? And y'all know there's not a lot of data out there about any of this dating stuff when it comes to the queer community. So basically, what I found is that out of all the adults that identify as gay, lesbian, or bi, there are almost 50% of people that are single in the US. That's a lot of dang people, y'all. And let me just say this, so the original question was, do Black women pay for matchmaking services? So I decided, okay, so if Black women aren't paying for matchmaking services or date coaching or whatever that is, what are they focusing on? What I found was in the top 3 things for Black single adult women in the US, right? They're paying for and they're focusing on their education. That makes sense to me. And then they're also focusing on their health, right? Their self-care, their mental health, all the things. And that makes a lot of sense to me, right? And then the other thing to round up the top 3 is their career. I mean, all of this stuff makes sense, right? Because we all want to have better quality of life. And I can see that, for Black single women, if we're not focusing on relationships, what do we focus on? So, we probably focus on quality of health. So it made me think about the people that I talk to, and specifically the Black women, right? Either queer or straight, that I actually do consultations with all the time. And so when I looked at the numbers, back to this person's question, how many Black women pay for matchmaking services? And what I found, based on our data, not anyone else's data, right? Our statistics that we have and the analytics that we have show that 1 in every 20 people that we do consultations with that are Black women, queer or straight, sign with us. And what that means is they either sign up for database membership, they sign up for, date planning, or they sign up for one of our date plans, or they sign up for matchmaking services, or they sign up for date coaching, right? So that to me got me to think, and back to this question, do Black women, sign up, do they use matchmaking services, right? And the answer is yes, of course they do. There's a lot of Black matchmakers today who are helping Black single women all across the country. And so we know that's happening. But when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community, all I can speak to is the people that I've met, the people that I work with, right? And let me just say this, that and I'm making an assumption, y'all, that if the reason why, Black single women are focusing on education, they're focusing on their health, right? Their self-care, they're focusing on their careers, is because they really do want better quality of life. So that made me think, then why are they not focusing on healthy, happy relationships? Because I know for sure that when you are in a healthy and happy relationship, it adds to the quality of your life, right? And so, to me, it's why are we not signing up? Why are we not letting people help us? I would encourage you all, I would encourage y'all, honey, if you are doing all these wonderful things to, improve the quality of your life, right? I would say having a loving, caring, accepting, kind, thoughtful, supportive partner in your life does add a lot to the quality of it. So, maybe, just maybe, while you're thinking about like how much more education to do, and these things are very important, and I'm not saying they aren't, right? How much, I need to focus on my career, right? Because we have to make a living, we have to feed ourselves, we have to pay our bills, honey. So I get it all, and we want to be healthy. We want to be in the best, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, emotional health that we can be in. But part of that, I do believe, is that having the right person who's there to cheer you on, support you, and to love you in a way that, you've never been loved before or cared for before is part of that quality of life. So I would say that maybe the fourth thing on the list, that rounds out the top 4 or 5 is finding yourself a really good matchmaker or a really good dating coach to help you to be able to find the person that will also add to the quality of your life.
Nothing you say makes it better.